Hello and welcome to episode 6 of the Pilgrim Way, a Football Manager 2022 series here on Boston United FM. We have taken over as the new manager of Boston United in Conference North, but we're using a management model more common across Europe than in the depths of English football, where our director of football controls our transfers and contracts. Professor Jonathan Van-Tam is our technical director, providing his medical expertise. Welcome to the National League. After our promotion in the last episode where we confirmed the Conference North title, things are looking different at the club, especially the playing squad. We began life in the top tier of non-league football by going 5 games without a win. Creditable draws away at Weymouth and Lincolnshire rivals Grimsby Town were accompanied by defeats at home to Oxford City and Chesterfield, plus a loss away at Notts County. The first victory of the season came at home to Crawley Town, which was followed by another at Wealdstone. 2 draws saw us go 4 unbeaten. However, in our last match, we lost 3-0 at home to a very clinical Yeovil Town. We have a trip to Eastern London today at Dagenham and Redbridge. 10 points from our 10 games and we are keeping our heads above water in 17th place. 3 points clear of the drop zone. Our opponents Dagenham are 3 points behind us in the final relegation place, but they are the division's weakest defence, having conceded 20 goals so far. Our local rivals Kings Lynn are bottom of the league. Transfers in have been very few and far between, and we've had to dip into the youth team to fill out the squad on every match day. Our director of football is bringing in good additions, however there have not been quite enough of them. Just 7 signings so far. Not shown on screen is young midfielder Josh Dugmore, signed after his release from Bromsgrove Sporting, having started his career at Birmingham City. Striker Eddie Brown has joined on loan from Luton Town and scored 3 goals so far. Our biggest name signing this year, in more ways than one, is DiMaggio Wright-Phillips, the son of former Manchester City winger Sean Wright-Phillips, on loan from Stoke City. Dan Moss is a right-back on loan from Millwall, and Elkan Baggott is a centre-back borrowed from Ipswich Town. Birmingham City have loaned us midfielder Ryan Stirk, and we signed a player of our own in the last few hours as former Accrington Stanley striker Billy Key has come in on a free transfer. The vast majority of our squad were out of contract at the end of last season, and only goalkeeper Luke Pilling, defenders Jake Wright and Scott Duxbury, midfielder Shane Byrne and winger Fraser Preston have remained. Even some of our more promising youngsters have been poached by higher division clubs, but hopefully the director of football will continue his slow and steady method of bringing players in. For the first time this season, we can finally name a starting 11 of senior players, after the signing of Billy Key, who goes straight into the side alongside Brown. Preston and Wright-Phillips are the wingers, with Dugmore and Stirk in the centre of midfield, and Shane Byrne sat on the bench. This is Stirk's debut for the Pilgrims. At the back from left to right, it's Duxbury, Baggott, Wright and Moss, with Pilling continuing as our goalkeeper. Dagenham got the game underway, and it was them who attacked first. Bit of build-up play on the outside of the area to the left. Right-footed cross. They thought they'd put themselves ahead, but thankfully for us, the goal was disallowed for offside. It was proven to be the correct decision on the replay. And that pretty much was the only action of the first half, not a lot going on. You can see by the XG between us not even adding up to 1. We take a point though from this kind of game away against a relegation. We're quite happy with how things are going on. And we were even more happier once Fraser Preston had stuck that free kick into the corner of the net. The goalkeeper didn't even move. And it was 1-0 to the Pilgrims. Over the top of the wall and straight into the net. We then took the game to Dagenham trying to get this second goal. Some lovely build-up play but the shot smashes against the crossbar. Last 10 minutes or so, we thought we might have snuck a winner, but no, Dagenham equalised with 7 minutes to go. Still all to play for, either side could win it from here, but it was very disappointing to concede an equaliser so late on in the game. It was a good save from Pilling from the first effort, but the ball just rebounded straight to Vilhete and he tapped home from just a couple of yards out. And then with 2 minutes to go, disaster did strike. Dagenham through on the right-hand side, working the ball into the penalty area, and eventually crossed to the near post. And Sam Deering tapped home from inside the 6-yard box to give Dagenham the lead. It wasn't something we deserved. We defended pretty well until these last 7 minutes. Pilling not quite getting his hand onto the ball, and it was tapped home. And the final few seconds of the match played out. And unfortunately, we lost by 2-1. Very disappointing. Looking at the XG in the second half, Dagenham definitely put us under pressure. But those 2 goals will count for most of that statistic. We had to tell the lads in the dressing room that we were proud of their efforts. We came so close. But unfortunately, in the end, we came away with no points. A disappointing result sees us drop down a place to 18th, sandwiched between Southend United and Dagenham, and we're just 2 points clear of the relegation places. We need to pick up a few more points soon to get us safely into mid-table, and the aim of the season has to simply be to stay up and build from there. Our next match is a home game with lowly Boreham Wood, so we'll be hopeful of a positive result. Looking more long-term, we travel to Kings Lynn Town at the end of November, and that will be the focus of the next episode, episode 7. If you've enjoyed the content of this video, please don't forget to leave a like. And for more videos, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.